Hey everybody, it is going down, down, down. The YouTube economists are out there saying the real estate market is going to crash.
As you go down, down, down.
But on the other hand, we have real estate industry experts saying no, home prices are not going to crash. In fact, there's some very big calls this year that home prices are going to accelerate and skyrocket even higher. So, how do we sort all this out? Well, let's go ahead and get started into some information here. And is the housing market going down, down, down? Or up, up, and away? More home price increases? Well, here's what people have been telling me. Now, I've been saying home prices are not going to drop. They're definitely not going to crash. First of all, home prices do not crash. Let's get that out of the way because it's a multi-month process to sell a home. So any price decline, if you look at a chart, it's not a crash. It's more of a downward slope, which I don't think we're going to see. I think we're going to see home prices continue to rise. Why? Low inventory, supply chain disruptions, rising energy costs, delays in building homes, still historically low interest rates, a lot of cash buyers, a lot of companies, investors buying homes with cash, so higher mortgage rates does not affect those people. Now, people tell me, they say, JJ, you're wrong, home prices are going to crash. They put links to these other channels that say there's going to be a housing crash. And by the way, a lot of those other channels, if you go back into their older videos, it'll say housing crash coming 2019, housing crash coming 2020, housing crash coming 2022, where we're at now. So of course, they're saying that each year. There's a lot more now than usual, though, because of the rising mortgage rates. But what they tell me is they say, JJ, no, you're wrong. Home prices are going to crash. Home prices cannot rise. The Fed is being aggressive. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to raise rates. Aggressive 0.5% rate hike coming. It's not aggressive. 0.5%. 5% rate hike, that would be aggressive. That's not going to happen, though. So these people saying the Fed is going to come in and crash the market, no. But it's definitely some interesting times to see all these different views. We're going to hear from some real estate experts here in just a minute. We see a lot of YouTube economists out there. And I guess I'm a YouTube economist. We talk about the economy, so I'm not an economist. I don't give financial advice, but we talk about financial news, economic news, the real estate market, the stock market, the money printing, etc. And I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't predict record price growth, but I'm not predicting a real estate crash or even a correction or even a decline in the housing market as far as prices go. Now, sales will still be low because such a restriction on inventory right now. But let's talk about what these quote-unquote experts are saying. Now, first of all, what makes them experts? Well, it's in print right here. It says experts. They can't just lie, right? If it's on the internet, it's got to be true, right? Housing market experts forecast limited inventory, high home prices through 2024, and that is Zillow. And not only that, here is Zillow again. The housing market isn't normalizing. Zillow predicts the wildest home price swing still awaits. Folks, Zillow is predicting a record year for home prices. So not only are they not predicting a crash, a decline, or a correction, they're predicting 2022 to be the record-setting year for home prices. Another 20+% home price increase is what they're forecasting. Now, the article says experts, so they have to be correct, right? Now, let's think about this logically. Now, will a company that's involved, their business is real estate, will any real estate professional come out and tell you that there's going to be a housing market downturn or a crash or a correction or a decline? Of course not. That would be like the used car salesman saying, well, I smell some oil burning and I hear some knocking in that engine. You might want to go check some other car lots and not buy this car. Of course they're not going to say that, right? It's their business. That's their paycheck. That's food on their table. That's feeding their kids. Nobody's going to say that. So when somebody says an expert is telling you something, take it with a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence, do your own research. But let's take a look more into what Zillow was talking about here. From this article, home price growth, Zillow predicting an acceleration into May, which would be a record-breaking month. That's next month, folks. Predicting year-over-year price growth of 22% in May, and that would be a record price increase. And here's their rationale behind this. Annual home price growth is likely to continue accelerating through spring. The robust long-term outlook is driven by our expectations for a tight market conditions to persist with demand for housing exceeding the supply for available homes. And yes, I do believe that to be true. Demand greatly outweighing supply. We still have a lot of problems that haven't been fixed yet as far as prices, energy costs, transport costs, supply chains. Look what's happening over with the new shutdowns over in China. And a lot of shipping issues happening. The energy costs are really hitting truckers and the shipping industry hard. And also, just wait till the wildfire season this year. You're going to have tens of thousands of California people going out of state looking for more affordable housing because of the fires and, fleeing this extreme, what seems to be every year worsening fires here in California. But wait, there's another group of housing market real estate experts out there saying that we will see some cities with falling home prices this year, likely. But it's only going to be 13 cities according to these experts. Let's take a look. This is what CoreLogic put out. Falling home prices, it's only likely in these 13 housing markets per CoreLogic. Let's take a look. And here we have a map of the USA. Lewiston, Maine. Home prices are going to go down there according to CoreLogic. Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Worcester, Massachusetts. Springfield, Massachusetts. Wow, what's going on in Massachusetts? Niles, Michigan. One of my old stomping grounds. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Another one of my old stomping grounds. Muskegon, Michigan. Not so much of a stomping ground, but I'm from Michigan. Bend, Oregon. Chico, California. Modesto, California. Merced, California. Prescott, Arizona. Lake Havasu, Arizona. So there you go. Only 13 cities with declining home prices coming up here in the next 12 months, according to CoreLogic. So there you have it. Many different predictions from the YouTube economist saying it's going to crash again this year. More predictions of a crash. Real estate experts like Zillow, experts, I have to put that up there, saying that there's going to be record price increases. And somewhere in between, CoreLogic, some cities will fall, but the market's still going to remain steady. Let me know what you think down in the comments. It's getting crazy. It's really getting crazy. The separation between all these predictions, the housing market, the skyrocketing inflation, the cost of living, supply shortages, you name it. It's just going to continue to get crazier. That's all I could say. Big love, people. Keep stacking. Hope you're well. Bye now.